Hello. Hello.
Hello? Hello?
Hello. Hello.
Nyatwa, Yahyel,
Hello.
Nito.
Can you hear
Hello?
us? Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Contact. I hear them. I hear them.
First contact.
First contact. First contact. Hello, everyone. Yatova, Yana. Welcome. Welcome to our very first broadcast of our first contact multi-dimensional broadcast. In this broadcast, our intention is to actually broadcast out to the multi-dimensions and take in their questions, letting them know how it is that we hang out on Earth. How do we connect with them? What questions do they have for us? What information do they need to come and hang out with us here on Earth? So this is also a day where we can talk about open contact. And all of you who have the opportunity today, right now, to vote across the world, across the board for open contact.
And what we're going to ask everyone, if they want to participate, it is a vote. A lot of people are talking about voting these days. And this is an energetic vote that represents Earth.
All Earthlings.
So to create a permission slip, we've literally created permission slips. And you can do this too. And just write on a piece of paper.
Vote.
Open
contact. Yes.
And check it off. And that is your energetic vote. And that will stay in your energetic field from that point on. And that will tell everyone, multidimensionally as well, that you are for the idea of open contact. So the other thing to keep in mind is that if you have the opportunity to vote in a real election, this is not going to show up on there. So by voting for open contact,
yes,
you're actually voting for all the things that also lead up to it. And we don't know who the right candidate is that's going to support this because they're not going to talk about that. We don't know all the things that have to occur to have open contact occur, but we do know that all the things like world peace and Earth being one nation as a whole,
equal wealth,
equality
for
everyone
in all things.
in all things. All those things have to be part of the open contact equation. So instead of trying to figure out all the details, we've created a little tiny permission slip.
That's it.
That will do everything.
And it is part of your energetic signature. So you can't really vote twice because the multidimensionals, all that is, no, it's part of your energetic signature. And all you need to do is do it once. And we can do it telepathically. However, this is physical reality by actually creating it, printing it out on the computer, creating it, writing it on a piece of paper, physically shows your intention. And it is our intention to initiate, as first contact specialists, the open contact, the first contact information that perhaps on a multidimensional level, those who want to get to know more about us, perhaps it's the hybrid children, we've learned a lot about applying higher dimensional information, how we've been applying it. So now we have the opportunity to explore not only how we've applied it in our lives, how we've changed, but to broadcast out to the multi-dimensions. What is it that they want to know about us? What questions do they have that we can facilitate through open and first contact? The idea of expanding all that is and meeting the multidimensional beings and answering their questions about us. And some of the things that we've actually been receiving questions about, for example, are things that have to do with our everyday life. For example, as we prepare for open contact with the children that are the hybrid children that are a part of sharing our DNA, they're very confused about life on Earth. Why is it that we do the things that we do? How do we eat? How do we spend our day? How do we learn? How do we work? How do we do the day-to-day things? And why do we do the things that we do? Because it's as foreign, our lives are as foreign to them as theirs are to us. So as we begin receiving information, we have the opportunity, we were inspired, Dave and I, we were inspired to share the information to the ETs and multidimensional beings, that whether it's angels, extra interdimensionals, maybe they're non-physical beings, maybe they're physical beings. So what information would they want to know about getting to know us more? And how can maybe we answer their questions?
And we'd also like to discuss a little bit about our progress on
Yes.
The teachings that they provided for us and how we're doing with
And to
those
thank
kinds of
them.
things, and to thank them.
To share them, to share with them our
provide some
gratitude.
examples
Yes.
about how we're implementing some of these tools that they give us. Who knows? Maybe even suggestions on how we can improve the communications and
Yes.
the suggestions that they have. Of course, they are not here on Earth, so sometimes it's very challenging for us as Earth dwellers in a three-dimensional reality to always follow the guidance that we receive and the helps and the hints. So maybe we'll also touch a little bit on that.
Yes, absolutely. So we invite all of you to maybe even offer your own questions. Maybe your guides are asking questions, and perhaps there are answers that we can all gather together. And so I'm very interested to see, very excited to see where all of this goes and where we are inspired to facilitate open contact and first contact with all of these other dimensionals and answering their questions, because for, well, so many years now, how many of us are channeling, receiving information and guidance from them? And now this is our opportunity to actually facilitate us giving them guidance in helping them expand. And yes, even what we call higher dimensions in the angelic realms, physical, non-physical, other extraterrestrials, meaning beings that reside on other planetary systems, in other planetary systems, in dimensions that we can't even begin to understand. Some of them are only representing themselves as numbers or letters or colors or sound. So it gives us the opportunity to answer a lot of interesting questions. So I'm not even really sure where this is going to take us all, but I don't know, we were being guided and inspired to offer this broadcast to let the multi-dimensions know what's up with us and how are we actually applying this information that they've given us, and how can we help them expand as well by answering their questions. And it's interesting that we were talking about with respect to beings that live on other planets, and say, for example, something as simple as I heard today, why is it that we go to a restaurant to be served our food as opposed to, say, preparing it ourselves? Well, for us, it is an opportunity to have a meal that's brought to us, that's prepared by someone else, that perhaps we'll have the opportunity to enjoy the tastes and sensations of foods that perhaps we don't know how to prepare ourselves. It offers the opportunity for us to enjoy a different atmosphere when consuming energy. For our food is energy. And even as we were talking earlier about why do we use utensils versus why do some foods we hold in our hands. So all of these things that we just take for granted, all of these questions that we that we receive in that we're wanting to help them prepare to live with us here on Earth, open contact. And that could mean beings from any other system anywhere. And they could be all shapes, colors, sizes. They wonder why we eat the things we eat, why we don't eat the things we don't. Why would we eat other animals on our planet, things like that, and plants? They just really don't understand these things. And so it was very interesting as as we started entertaining these ideas, how all of a sudden the questions started popping up for me.
I'm very excited because today is 7/7.
Oh yes, I wanted to share that as well.
Wendy has been considered a first contact specialist for I don't know how long.
Well, as long as I can remember, when I first discovered the Sasani and Bashar and Akhtar, Elan, any of the other Sasani beings that I connected with, and I just immediately knew when Bashar said he was a first contact specialist. I knew immediately, and I knew right away this is something that I love doing. I'm excited about doing, contacting other dimensions.
So 2 years ago today,
7/7/2018, which equaled 7, so it was 777.
was the first contact between Wendy and myself.
He and I. So that was Dave contacted me, and it was because of this YouTube channel and me putting myself out there as contacting the multi-dimensions through channeling and through light languages that we were able to find each other's frequency. And here, only 2 short years later, here I am, and here we are today together, and starting a whole new life. And today's 7/7/2020. So we have the 7/7/11/11 energy. So this really resonates with us as far as the vibration of first contact, the 7/7 vibration of the connecting with spirit, and the 11/11 idea of the gateways, the light worker portal. It's Bashar's birthday is 11/11. My awakening code was 11/11. So many of us have experienced that idea of seeing 11/11 most of our lives, and so that's a part of all of this, is exploring all of that with all of you as well, and answering questions from all of the dimensions and asking us maybe for guidance. Even I just heard maybe asking us for guidance. So
well, there you have it.
There we have it.
So our idea is that we are going to also look to possibly have some guests on the show as well.
Absolutely.
And it's going to be a lot of fun. So we do want to keep this broadcast short and just introduce our idea and say hi to the multiverse and everyone watching and everyone here on Earth and on YouTube. And thank you for watching. And
thanks for voting.
And remember,
open contact.
Tell your friends if you're interested. If you want open contact, here's an opportunity. So the sooner you vote, one way or the other, the sooner it could happen.
Absolutely. And we can accelerate that timeline even faster than we ever have before. So use the 77/11/11 energy and the magic behind it, the power behind that idea of 11/11, and opening this gateway to open contact. And even if it's the first contact for you, contacting us, or first contact for you with your guides, maybe this is an invitation to open up the channel to you, through you, with your guides, and listening to their questions. So thank you all for being with us today, and we look forward to joining you in future First Contact multidimensional broadcasts.
Thank you, and tell everyone your website.
Oh, languagesoflights.com. Thank you all. Namaste, Nyato. Iyasho ilaki si sanate leatorekia.